All right, welcome back. So let's take a look at multiplication and division as inverse operations. We'll do that in first strip diagram form, and then we'll create equations out of our strip diagram. All right, so let's look at the strip diagram. So the one we looked at in class the other day, one of them looked kind of like this. Well, I'm doing not a great job. I should have waited to split that up into 4 pieces. Remember, the easiest way to split something in 4 pieces is split it in half and then split those halves in half. But you could struggle like Mr. Johnson just did if you want to. You don't have to. All right, so here's A, and then we had 4 groups of B. And I mean, whatever groups you have, you do have to count the groups because that is going to play a role in what you're looking at. All right. So this is a strip diagram that looks more like a multiplication or a division strip diagram. All right. You can tell because all the groups are the same. That means they're even groups, equal groups. All right. So let's go ahead and we'll draw another line. So it's like 2-column within a 2-column. It's like inception of 2-column notes. All right, so on the left, we're going to do multiplication. On the right, we're going to make a division equation to help us solve. We're going to see which one's easier for us in this particular situation. All right, remember once again, A is your whole, and then you have parts, right? You have 4 parts on this one. So this is a part whole, all right? But all your pieces, all your parts are the same. That just says part. If you can't read, I'm just labeling. So part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. All right? So if we're making an equation for this problem, if we're making a multiplication equation, it sounds to me like 4 times b, where 4b is equal to a. All right. Remember, 4 times b can look like a lot of things. All right. 4 times b can look like, I'm trying to find a place to put this without it making look all like clustered. So 4 times b can equal a, right? That's one way to look at it. We could do 4 with the dot. That could also mean 4 times b equals a. You could have 4 and then in parentheses b. So remember, this equation might look like a bunch of different things, but all of these mean 4 groups of B is equal to A. All right? Now with the division, A is our whole, and we're dividing it into 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. And if we divide A into 4 parts, we should have B in each part. Once again, we don't know what that is yet because it hasn't been assigned any value. So these are generic equations that could help us solve this problem. 4 b's are equal to a, or a divided into 4 parts will give us b in each part. So now let's actually take a look at this. Once again, we are going to assign some values to the problem that we're looking at. So on this one, let's say that all of a sudden we know that a is actually equal to 12, but we don't know what b is. In this situation, since we only have A and B, we only need one of those to solve for the whole problem. All right. So over here on the left side, we're going to replace A with 12. 4 times B is equal to 12. All right. So remember, this is the same thing as 4 times B. So now we have to think 4 times some kind of number, some number is equal to 12. What number would make this true? 4 times what equals 12? 3, right? So let's check our work. 12 is equal to 12, and if 12 is equal to 12, then B is equal to 3. On this other side, it's a little bit easier. All we have to do is plug in 12 for A. 12 divided into 4 groups equals B. And we have it all lined up. What is 12 divided by 4? 3. So we get the same answer in a few less steps. So remember, picking the right equation can save you some time and effort.